Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Bacorn, and today I'm going to demonstrate QuickGraph. QuickGraph is an annotation tool for rapid, multitask information extraction that helps build knowledge graphs from text. This work was produced in collaboration with my colleagues Michael Stewart and Wei Lu. The development of QuickGraph is motivated by the need to acquire high-quality datasets in low-resource domains that can be cost-prohibitive due to the time requirements of domain experts, which is characteristic of specialized technical disciplines such as medicine and engineering. Currently, few tools support complex, multitask information extraction that can be composed of hierarchical entity typing and open or closed relation annotation. Moreover, the current generation of tools lack features to improve annotator efficiency under such complex tasks. For example, active learning is a promising method to optimize annotation, but has only been applied with annotation tools on simple tasks. Here, I'll briefly outline the key features of QuickGraph. To make annotation rapid, it allows annotation propagation across entire corpora and uses semantic clusterings via sentence BERT. Support for multitask information extraction tasks is built in, including hierarchical entity annotation and open and closed relation annotation for knowledge graph extraction. The user interface has been designed to be intuitive, whilst the software is straightforward to set up. Everything is bundled in Docker containers. To tackle the arduous process of relation annotation, QuickGraph allows easily configurable relation constraints to improve the annotation experience and efficiency. As annotations are performed, a real-time knowledge graph is also constructed to provide insights into the corpus. And lastly, a novel set of multi-dimensional inter-annotator agreement metrics are provided to aid gold standard corpus creation. Now, let's jump in and check out QuickGraph. First, we need to sign in. For this account, we do not have any projects created, so let's create one. Here we can see the project creation process in QuickGraph. In the first step, we can specify the task or tasks that we wish to perform and whether or not we want to cluster the documents in our corpus. For this first example, we'll do entity annotation and closed relation annotation. Next, we'll upload a corpus. Here we'll just use a toy example from Alice in Wonderland. An optional step in QuickGraph is the ability to also do light pre-processing of the corpus to make annotation more efficient. We'll skip this step. Because we selected entity and closed relation annotation, we need to create or select an ontology. Here I'll select Connell03 for entities and ConceptNet for relations. To reduce annotator effort, let's set up a relation constraint on the @location relation. Here we'll give it a domain and range. This means that annotators are limited to what entity types they can apply this relation between. Like other tools, QuickGraph allows pre-annotation using pre-built mapping dictionaries. Let's skip this for our toy example of Alice in Wonderland. That is all it takes to set up an annotation task in QuickGraph. Now let's create our project and start annotating. Here we can see the minimalist annotation view of QuickGraph, with our entities on the left and documents on the right. We only have a few documents for this example, but QuickGraph can support thousands at once. It is easy to annotate text spans with entities. We only need to click on the entity panel or press a keyboard shortcut once we have the text selected. Once we've applied an entity, we are presented with a tooltip that allows us to perform full CRUD operations. For the entity person on the text rabbit, we can propagate the annotation across the corpus or delete it. This propagation action applies weak labels across the corpus that will need to be individually or bulk accepted. These are marked up as semi-transparent, as you can see on the screen here. For every action we make, we are also presented with a helpful toast pop-up to see the impacts of our efforts. Like entity annotation, relation annotation is very simple. By clicking the button on the top right, we can switch into relation mode. To create a relation, we simply click on a source and target entity. After this, QuickGraph will present the relations available. Here we can see the relation constraints we put on the @location relation, making the relation selection process effortless. Like entities, we can propagate relations across the corpus in a weakly supervised fashion. Let's review the current progress we've made on this project by looking at the project's dashboard. The dashboard provides an overview of annotation efforts, including silver and weak annotations applied to entities, relations, and resulting triples. At the top, we can view the current graph that has been built from the few annotations that we've made. For larger projects with substantial annotations, the resulting graph can provide corpus insights and be used to support other applications. In addition to the real-time graph, QuickGraph provides annotators and project managers with adjudication shown through the markup of each annotation. For multi-user projects, high agreement gold standard annotations are automatically identified. QuickGraph also allows users to download their annotations as triples or entity mentions to support knowledge graph construction. Currently, QuickGraph uses a similar format to ConceptNet for triples. In addition, QuickGraph automatically identifies high agreement annotations and makes them available for download to aid with gold standard corpus creation. Next, I will create a larger project consisting of technical user-generated text and use QuickGraph's document clustering and pre-processing features to create a more substantial graph than the previous example. In addition, I'll show how easy it is to perform relation propagation. I'll speed up the remaining steps of the creation process. However, note that QuickGraph supports the use of hierarchical relational ontologies and is not limited to entities. Similar to entity propagation, QuickGraph allows relations to be propagated across the project's corpus. Currently, the process uses the distance between tokens to find matches, but future work will make this customizable. After we propagate, we can also use QuickGraph's filter function to quickly see the impact made immediately. Here we are showing the relations made between the tokens bucket and tooth. Like weak entities, weak relations are made semi-transparent to be easily identifiable. To convert a weak or suggested relation into a silver relation, all we need to do is click and accept it. For this project, we decided to use QuickGraph's document clustering feature. This feature segments the corpus through a agglomerative clustering of sentence embeddings provided by SentenceBERT. On the right-hand side, we can easily see the information about each cluster that a document is contained within. Each circle indicates the cluster's progress and the number of documents within the group. I'll speed up the next minute or so of annotation so we can get additional data under our belt to create a more substantial knowledge graph constructed from our annotations as compared to the Alice example earlier. Within only a minute or so of effort, we weakly labeled hundreds of entities and created a decent sized set of triples. Looking at the graph constructed from this project, we can see how quickly it becomes populated. Here, the graph of individual level annotations clearly shows both weak and silver annotations, including their relations and entities. To gain high-level insight, we can aggregate the graph to observe the captured phenomena in the corpus. Similar to the previous example, adjudication and annotation download facilities are also readily accessible. Before concluding this demonstration, I'll quickly show how easy it is to perform open relation annotation. That is, identifying relations within text instead of using a closed ontology of relation types. Again, I'll speed up the project creation process. However, I'll go back to the toy Alice corpus for this example. To perform open relation annotation, we first need to apply entities to source and target text spans. Following this, like closed relation annotation, we first need to select the source and target entities. After selecting these, we select any text span as a relation between the specified entities. We hope that the features presented in QuickGraph today will be helpful in your research and corpus development endeavors. QuickGraph can be accessed online at quickgraph.nlp-tlp.org or built locally from our public GitHub repository. Thank you for watching.